CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Connor Hogg.
Good evening. A private plasma collection clinic has paused its operations across Canada, including its 2 locations in Edmonton. Last year, a person who gave plasma at a Grifols location in Winnipeg later died. A few months later, another donor died in that city. In the months since, Health Canada has been investigating locations across the country. It's issued non-compliance ratings at several Grifols locations. One of them is in Calgary. Grifols is now pausing plasma collection nationwide. It says that's because of unfounded attention focused on its business model. It says it will resume operations as soon as it can. Alberta's Hospital and Surgical Health Services Minister says steps have been taken to confirm Albertan safety.
Following what happened in Manitoba, that there was a review of our processes, and my understanding is that there is that we are being compliant and that we are making sure that our plasma supply is safe.
Health Canada's investigation into the deaths ended without finding a direct link to the Winnipeg clinic. Still, it says it welcomes Grifols' decision to pause collection. Chris Galloway of Friends of Medicare says that decision is too late.
It's been months since we learned that 2 individuals died after selling their plasma at one of these sites. We've seen repeated concerns from regulatory concerns in Calgary and elsewhere being in non-compliance with safety measures. And now finally we're seeing some action from the company. But it's not good enough. We need action from our government, from our regulator, from Health Canada.
Health Canada says the pause in collection at Grifols locations will not have an impact on Canada's blood supply. Canadian Blood Services says it doesn't expect any disruptions to plasma-related services. The Alberta Prosperity Project, an organization pushing for Alberta independence, is distancing itself from a speaker who took the stage at a town hall last night in Airdrie. APP CEO Mitch Sylvester says Ian Parkinson won't be asked to speak at any future events after this comment.
Every citizen has the right to life, liberty, and security to the person. Your own security, not some flip-flop police officer who doesn't even speak Canadian.
Parkinson is a pro-separatist from Medicine Hat. He also sits on the government of Alberta's Southeast Alberta Regional Advisory Council overlooking healthcare. At the town hall, he was brought out to discuss a document the APP introduced called the Foundation of Freedom, a draft constitution for an independent Alberta. As he explained the first right of the draft, every citizen has the right to life, liberty, and security of person, he honed in on an individual's security and made disparaging hypothetical remarks about a turban-wearing police officer. Today, Sylvester says his organization doesn't condone or tolerate Parkinson's comments. The province is delaying a rule that says only the flags of Canada and Alberta can be flown in schools. The new rules were expected to take effect on September 1st. They stem from a bill passed in the spring. The government says it's meant to remove ideology from the classroom. Parts of the bill will still take effect in September, including a new student code of conduct. The education minister will also have new power to set priorities for school boards. The government says it's taking a measured approach to make sure the new rules are brought in effectively. As the school year approaches, there's been a reported rise in anxiety and depression. The Kids Help Phone is seeing a higher demand for its services. Here's CTV's Curtis Goodrum with advice for kids and parents.
With class right around the corner for thousands of Alberta students, back-to-school anxiety is rising for some.
I definitely think a big factor is the start of the school year.
Kids Help Phone says it's seeing a sharp increase of children reaching out. A crisis text every 90 seconds, mostly at night, is up 24% from last year.
Maybe stressful events are happening and you don't really have time to process it, and it's only at night when you can process like the emotions you felt during the day.
Kids Help Phone says Alberta calls and texts are up 29% in the first 6 months of this year.
A big one's definitely like feeling anxious about the future.
A local psychologist says more families than ever coming in worried about their child's mental health. at school.
There's new teachers, new friends, new kids around you, classmates. You're not sure about the workload every year. When you go into a higher grade, there becomes more academic pressure as well.
The psychologist says social media is behind a lot of the stress kids feel. However, an outright phone ban is not always the best choice.
I think open communication is really great for kids and their parents. So if they feel like they have a safe space to talk about things, they're not feeling judged, that can really help.
She says self-diagnosis has increased with people entrusting AI instead of professionals, and cautions against it.
Well, anyone can use AI, ChatGPT, anything you want to use. But at the same time, there can be misinformation. ChatGPT isn't perfect. There can always be things that are not true, and not every symptom can apply to you always.
The advice for parents: look out for unusual patterns in their kids' behavior and address issues without judgment. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
The increasing cost of pencils, paper, and other supplies is being felt by families across the city as they start their back-to-school shopping. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on how to ease some of that pain.
They're not loving it, but we're getting it done, right?
Yeah.
Finding the things?
Let's go to school!
It's a bittersweet end to the summer for Michelle and her two boys.
Did you have a good summer break?
Yes, I loved it.
Now they're preparing for grade 1 and grade 3. Meanwhile, mom is getting ready to teach preschool.
I think getting back into routine is the hardest.
Today, they're back to school shopping.
The basics. We just were at Walmart, got some things, but they didn't have do-a-tangs.
An event that hurts the bank account more and more each year.
With kids myself, I think, wow, geez, it really starts to add up.
ATB Financial's chief economist says this year's shopping spree hurts more than normal because the cost of everything is high.
Households are spending more and more of their money on essential items like food and transportation. So a family going back to school has had more of their disposable income eaten up by higher costs elsewhere.
Families we spoke to have some tips to help ease the pain of the expensive bills.
Just the amount you have to get every year does add up. So I usually at the end of the school year try to squirrel away what I can and reuse it in the fall, and because they tend to bring back a lot of supplies too at the end of the year.
If you shop the sales, it's not too bad. Yeah, I got everything probably for under $150, including some back to school clothes. So just gotta shop around and find your deals and be patient, and try to be patient with your kids with you too. It's a little more challenging, but that's okay.
She'll only have to be patient with her kids for a few more weeks until they're back in school. Some Edmonton public schools start August 31st. Edmonton Catholic start September 2nd. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
It's felt muggy outside lately, something Edmontonians aren't typically used to dealing with. It's thanks in part to the record rainfall in our region this year. As CTV's Amanda Anderson reports, humidity can create problems in your home.
This is what drivers had to contend with this morning, a thick blanket of fog that settled over the city.
Our temperature dropped off more than usual. It was below average seasonal low, and we saw that cooling and reached our dew point, so we were at maximum humidity that the temperature could hold in the air at that time. So that's when we saw the fog forms.
Humidity is not something Edmontonians are used to, but have had to deal with quite a bit this summer.
Being that we are a drier climate, this is a little bit more unusual, but I wouldn't say it's so rare. Every few years we do kind of see our humidity bump up here and there.
CTV Edmonton's meteorologist says our record rain is to blame.
We're in an El Nino setup right now, so we're seeing things almost exaggerated in our area, where we're seeing exaggerated amounts of moisture in the atmosphere, leading to more storms, more rain, things like that.
The ground around your house is saturated, then inside your house is going to be wicking some of that moisture from outside through the concrete.
Mold removal expert Jordan Faulkner suggests closing windows to keep the humid air out and turning on the AC.
Air conditioner will wick the moisture out of the air and dry everything out. That's why they have the little condensate drain on the front side of your furnace that runs into the floor drain, because it takes the moisture out of the air.
If you don't have AC, open windows and use fans to keep the air circulating. A dehumidifier is also a good bet. People should check basements for cracks in the foundation. In finished basements, check for dampness on the walls or baseboards that start to bubble.
They started to bubble and you can see signs of water damage, then I would certainly have somebody out to have a look at it.
There's something else Albertans might notice with the added humidity.
Our skin, our hair, maybe looking a little bit healthier.
Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
The Stollery Children's Hospital is now home to a new, modernized pediatric surgery clinic. The Stollery says its new space at the K Edmonton Clinic is designed to improve the hospital experience for patients and their families. It brings specialized services together in one location to improve care coordination. Families say it's the little details that can make a difference.
But I actually find it's the small things that make a difference to the families rather than, like the big things. But because all of the small things just end up making your life so much easier, right? Like the charging ports, like the fact that the chairs are comfortable, like the fact that there's things for your kids to do, right?
Even though a standalone Stollery building is in the works, this new space was needed. It was funded through nearly $14 million in donations and nearly $5 million from the government of Alberta. A storm pond in Calgary is the latest place where invasive fish have become a problem. Prussian carp and goldfish can multiply at an astonishing rate and cause a lot of damage. CTV's Kevin Green reports.
This pond in Evanston is the latest place in Calgary to be infested with invasive fish. Prussian carp have been reported here in the Northwest community. They're not native to Alberta. They reproduce quickly and are extremely difficult to control.
A female can spawn up to 3 times per year, 400,000 eggs per spawning event.
They don't even need another Prussian carp to do it.
They can utilize the sperm from other fish species to activate their eggs, resulting in all female clones.
Social media video shows how easily unwanted pets end up in a pond, and once released, even ordinary goldfish can grow to the size of a dinner plate.
Invasive species like goldfish or their cousins Prussian carp aren't just a problem at this pond in Northwest Calgary or even in this city. They've been found in ponds and lakes all across Alberta and indeed all across Canada.
With the goldfish, we have over 100 goldfish infestations across the province, Kevin, and that number grows all the time.
In Edmonton, crews have also had to remove the fish from stormwater ponds. They've jumped from the Red Deer River Basin to the North Saskatchewan, and they've had human help to do that.
The fish didn't move themselves there. Unlikely that that's going to be birds moving them that distance.
The fine for releasing fish where they don't belong is steep. In Calgary, a $3,000 bylaw infraction and a much more expensive provincial penalty.
It can come with a big fine, over $100,000 and or a year in prison.
The rogue fish have already made their way into Fish Creek, and other Calgary storm ponds have been drained, trying to wipe them out before they can get into the river system.
They outcompete and other native species of fish. They can eat the food that the other fish would naturally eat, and therefore causing native fish to die off.
Now the city is working on a 5-year plan to decide which ponds need action first. Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
Some summer sounds are once again filling Edmonton's French Quarter. The Fringe music series is back at La Cité Francophone. Edmontonians were out making the most of the ambiance of the patio next to Café Bicyclette. The goal of the series is to get more people down to the campus to enjoy the more quiet and reserved atmosphere.
We think we've got one of the best patios, not just in the city, but anywhere, and we're proud of that. We love to invite people in and show them La Cité Francophone.
You'll be able to take in a concert at the Quarter every night until August 22nd. Attendance is free. Coming up next, a milestone birthday for one of our province's most distinctive landmarks. And also just ahead, celebrating 20 years of a Made in Alberta television success story.
When I took this job 20 years ago, I really don't think I knew just how much it was going to shape my life.
Good evening, folks. Some sunshine on the way for the weekend, and temperatures are starting to warm up. We're back into the low to mid-20s for daytime highs Saturday, Sunday, and all of next week. Those details and the rest of your forecast in just a few minutes.
Elections Alberta says it's seeing a rise in misinformation and disinformation campaigns leading up to the October 19th referendum vote. It says the latest misinformation campaign is focused on voter registrations, and specifically the online VoterLink tool. VoterLink allows people to register to vote for the first time in Alberta, view their registration, and update their name or address if it's changed. It says nobody can remove or delete a voter registration using the tool. Elections Alberta says if you've voted in previous provincial elections and have not moved or changed your name, you are likely registered to vote. A scavenger hunt around West Edmonton Mall is preparing kids for the school year in a fun way. Select high school students visited several stores in the mall to pick out clothing, school supplies, and other items needed for back to school. The trip, called Ready, Set, School, was guided by Edmonton police officers. Each student was also given a laptop donated by Enbridge. Police Chief Warren Dreichel says it's about building relationships with youth and empowering them to succeed.
We've got affordability crisis, we have a lot of challenges in society, and those impacts come right down to the kid level. And these are future leaders, future citizens in our society, and if they don't get the support now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be successful later.
Ready, Set, School is supported by the Edmonton Police Foundation. Alberta is home to one of Canada's longest-running TV shows that's currently shooting its 20th season. The production has had a big impact on the province and the lives of the cast and crew, many of whom have been working on the show since the beginning. CTV's Alicia Fieldberg met up with some of them on set.
Alberta's scenery and culture fills millions of televisions worldwide thanks to a TV series now filming its 20th season.
26 Apple, take one. Hotel Mark.
Heartland follows a family running a horse ranch in a fictional Alberta town, but films entirely in real Alberta communities, including High River and Millerville.
When I took this job 20 years ago, I really don't think I knew just how much it was going to shape my life. It was season 3 when I decided to move full-time from Ontario out to Alberta.
Tom Erickson already lived here and loved horses, so applied to be the stunt coordinator back when the show began.
No idea that I was going to end up being a person that was involved with the motion picture business. It's been a whirlwind of experience, rodeo, horse jumping, jousting.
Other Albertans worked their way up throughout the decades.
I started as a junior in the writing department 20 years ago.
Heartland holds the record as Canada's longest-running one-hour scripted drama series, something nobody saw coming when it started.
It's the holy grail as far as my industry is concerned, so would I be surprised? Yeah, shocked out of my boots.
It's a point of pride for Sean Johnston, who grew up on a Ponoka farm.
Bringing this territory and this kind of people to the world is something we can be proud of.
Heartland has created thousands of local jobs and generated hundreds of millions of dollars in economic activity.
If somebody can grab onto a position on Heartland, they know they've got some security.
It also draws a lot of tourists.
People from around the world that come to Alberta just to experience the Heartland world.
Heartland has viewers in more than 120 countries, including a big fan base in the UK, Australia, Brazil, and Southeast Asia. In 2023, it was the 9th most streamed TV show in the United States.
That it speaks to so many people is really about the stories that we tell. They're kind of universal stories about families, the struggles and the joys.
Stories this team hopes to continue telling for some time.
They're always talking about the 5-year plan, so maybe we'll be having the same conversation in season 25.
Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Millerville.
A party is being held this weekend to celebrate 25 years of a special landmark in Mundare. The world's largest sausage is turning 25 years old. The 12-meter tall statue is about an hour east of Edmonton. Many Eastern Europeans settled in the Mundare area starting in the 1890s. The Stonici family has been making their famous sausage since 1959. A grand celebration will be held tomorrow during Mundare Agri Days. All proceeds from the Stonici barbecue will go to a local charity for community initiatives. Coming up after the break, gotta catch 'em all. A local 12-year-old whose skill with the Pokémon deck is taking him far and wide.
It's pretty funny reaction you get when you say, oh yeah, we're going on a weekend trip to Sao Paulo to play Pokemon cards, and people kind of look at you a little funny.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. Temperatures up to 20 degrees today. Will be above 20 for the weekend. Start tomorrow, mainly sunny to maybe partly cloudy skies. There might be a little bit of patchy cloud cover there, and then sunshine for most of the afternoon hours. We'll have to watch western sections. Could see some showers and thunderstorms bubble up through the afternoon. Can't rule out the risk of some severe thunderstorms in through those areas, and they will track east. I think Red Deer area has a decent chance in the evening hours to see some showers and thunderstorms. There's a slight risk for the Edmonton area late Saturday night or into the overnight period. This is 1 a.m. Sunday. I've taken it out of the forecast, though, because it looks like such a slim chance. There's your cold front. It's dropping in across northern Alberta on Sunday. Out ahead of that, we're still sunny and nice and warm on Sunday. But Monday will cool back to about 20 for a daytime high, mostly cloudy skies and a chance of some showers to start the week. 9s in Fort McMurray and Edmonton tomorrow morning. 5 for Red Deer. It'll be a cool start to the day. Jasper at 4 degrees. It'll be up to a 24 with some sunshine in Fort McMurray. Low 20s across the rest of the northeast. Low to mid 20s in northwestern Alberta with mainly sunny skies. Red Deer gets to about 23. Similar temperatures. Lloydminster, Coronation, and in the Jasper area. Again, Red Deer, you're sunny for most of the day, but tomorrow night you might see a shower or thunderstorm push in from the west. 23 or 24 here in Edmonton. 25, maybe even 26 with mainly sunny skies on Sunday. Then your chance of showers for Monday. Temperatures will drop back to about 19 or 20. That's the coolest day in the next 5 to 10 days, though. We're right back into the low to mid 20s, it looks like, for the middle to the end of next week. There's a chance of some scattered late day showers on Wednesday and potentially again towards the end of next week, some showers or thunderstorms Friday night into Saturday. But we've turned a corner with temperatures. We had a couple of days there where we couldn't get it to 20 even for a daytime high. Now it looks like the next week and a half should be above 20. That is your forecast.
Kids Fringe kicked off today.
Who said an eagle? Awesome.
This area on the Fringe grounds is for patrons 12 years old and under and their families. There are activities, performers, and crafts for kids. Everything is free to keep it accessible.
All of them have the same feeling of what it means to them to be able to share this with their family without a cost having to be it. Because I think it's a miracle that they just get the kids out of the house and get here. You know what I mean? So we want to make sure that we put any more hardships on them past that.
Kids Fringe runs for the duration of the Fringe Festival. That's until August 23rd. A local 12-year-old is heading to San Francisco later this month to compete against the best in the world at Pokémon. It's taken 2 years of dedicated training on the strategy-based card game to get there. And as CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports, the journey has taught him about more than just pocket monsters.
It may not look like it, but this is a training session.
Draw.
Every day, for about 2 hours, Bennett Hansen works on deck building and strategy for the Pokémon Trading Card Game with coach and card shop employee Yoon Shin.
It's like sports, right? There's different styles like trap defense and like really high-octane offense. Like Bennett knows all the strategies.
Bennett picked up the hobby a couple years ago after collecting the cards got him interested in the game.
Started going to like the biggest local leagues, but then I was still always doing constantly well, so trying to get more of a challenge.
The search for stiffer competition took Bennett and his family to unfamiliar cities, then countries, then continents.
It's pretty funny reaction you get when you say, oh yeah, we're going on a weekend trip to Sao Paulo to play Pokemon cards, and people kind of look at you a little funny.
Every tournament, Bennett earned points, climbing the season rankings with each finish. His goal was to qualify for the World Finals. Only the top 80 players in North America make the cut. Bennett finished 17th. The only Albertan in his age group to qualify.
If you want to do well, you have to look at the good decks and say, am I going to play the best deck, or am I going to play a deck that can beat the best deck?
I love the soft skills that he's developing through all of this as well, advocating for himself, working with people, thinking 3-4 steps ahead on his side of the table and his opponents.
These major tournaments feature a bunch of different aspects of the Pokemon world. Well, some people are playing the card game, others are ripping packs and collecting.
That's what little brother Kendrick Patrick is into right now. Dad has even entered tournaments with Bennett.
Either mom or dad tend to do the trips with him. Sometimes we've gone as a family if it's somewhere special, like when we got the opportunity to go to London.
At the end of the month, they're heading to San Francisco, where Bennett will test his skills against more than 400 of the best players from around the world, with a crew of people who've helped him get there, cheering him on from home.
I feel proud. Like now I kind of feel like, I'm his #1 cheerleader.
We've really felt nothing but love.
Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
That's our show for this evening. For the latest news anytime, visit our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Thank you for spending your time here. Have a good night.